yes. Yes, the Academy is going to air all the awards without edits during the broadcast. Because Guillermo del Toro had it right. Editing and cinematography are two aspects that only, like, film and TV has. Well, in video games, I guess. To take that away, because they were originally going to cut those awards, because they're not the popular ones, but those are two of the most important ones. Yep. Oh, the Kim Possible movie was tonight. Yeah. In other non-gaming news, the president declares his national emergency. Yep, that happened. I think it's the 3-stock one. Oh, it's set on this by default, I think. Maybe this wasn't the right one. This should be higher up. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I have not played Smash Bros. Since the Planty Boy came out. Yeah, it still does big damage. Oh, shit. Yep, I still suck. Nope. Suck it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, yeah. I'll take that. I will take that. Alright. Yep, I'm still rusty as shit. Yep, I still suck. I don't remember if I really talked about it during the last during Splat and Chat last week. I really do like Piranha Plant. I think I said when he was first revealed that while it's stupid, and yeah, I'm one of those people who's like, there could always be a better slot. At the same time, I also think he's really neat. Like, it's that crazy choice that I love Smash Bros. For. It's kind of like your Game & Watches or your Ice Climbers or your Duck Hunt Dogs. It's that weird choice that I kind of love. Now, normally for these Splat and Chats, or Smash and Chats, I would be doing online play. But today's a little different, just because we're just talking about the Nintendo Direct. There's like one or two bits of news that I want to cover, but for the most part it is about the Nintendo Direct. But we do have something more interesting that happened today. Let's head over to this.
let a single one get away.
We'll each need to take down about 10.
Stow your fear. It's now or never.
We'll win this. I know we will.
let a single one get away.
We'll each need to take down about 10.
Stow your fear. It's now or never.
We'll win this. I know we will.
I just went on a half-hour thing about Amiibo, and that took forever because I talked about everything. I'm all out of water. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, and then we'll actually register these suckers and play against them. They'll be dumb as a bag of rocks, but hey. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Did I just mute the mic and leave the desktop audio on? Am I that fucking stupid? I think I am that fucking stupid. Holy shit. I am a fucking idiot. I hate this streaming stuff, man. I always get it wrong. I'm gonna cry. I just went on entire tirades about going to Target and what they had, and fuck me. Fuck me. I wanted to mute the game audio just so that I could play Smash, but oh my god, I think I muted my mic audio. Fuck me. Fuck me. I know for... I would say I'll find out, but I already know the answer. I don't even have to lie to myself. I know what happened. So, because I know I didn't, overall my summary is that the amiibos are nice, they look nice. So names, can I do, okay, let me look this one up real quick. I will find this, I think I know what I want to call this one. I do. Here it is. Can I don't think I can fit that in. Nope. Let's try. I don't remember if, I think, is King K. Rool a crocodile? No. No, I wanted one more. I guess I have to admit, sacrifices for the greater good. Croc Gildy. It's a reference to an anime of all things. Gonna be Twin Tail, but it's just when I've been thinking all day of names, this is the one that kept coming to mind. Yep. I don't know why, but that's just what I've been thinking of. If I called it Drag Gildy, I could have made it look like that. I'm just keeping the default color. Alright. For this one, I couldn't think of a good name, so I'm just stealing the name from Reddit. Joy-Cons. Oh yeah, I follow the Amiibo. I didn't talk. I follow the Amiibo Reddit pretty big. I want to say this color. That's the color of the Joy-Cons. If it wasn't green and yellow, if it had the green and pink. Yeah, that's basically the color of the Joy-Cons, which I love that little detail. So yeah, I'm just admitting I'm stealing that from Reddit. Alright. And then lastly, the Planty Boy. Now, I know the name seems obvious, right? Planty Boy, that's what I've been calling it. Planty Boy, or B-O-I, but let's just do Planty Boy. Even though I subscribe, there's this whole headcanon that, that because of how the Veriti conversation plays out, which it's a great conversation, go look it up or do it for yourself. There's this whole headcanon that's amassed that Piranha Plant's a girl, and I love it. I'm totally 100% on board with that. But because I've been calling the Piranha Plant Planty Boy, I have to. And plus Planty Girl just wouldn't fit unless I do GRL, which I think is stupid. Because there's the boy with an eye. Man. What's the blue? I kind of like the pink. let's defy some gender norms. Let's do pink. Yep, that's our Planty Boy. You know what amiibo I just realized we haven't even seen yet? So we saw all the Pokemon. We haven't seen Incineroar. We haven't seen any of the Echoes, and we haven't seen Incineroar. Yep. I think that's plus the DLCs, of course. What was... is this the one? This is the one I play on. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's do random. Yeah, we haven't even seen Incineroar. Let's... Alright. Is this... Alright, and then with that, let's actually get... So, our main topic, of course, is the Nintendo Direct. A lot of shit happened. Like, not a lot, but... I know some people are kind of hit and miss about it. But I have a complete list of everything that happened. It's a lot. Let's get into it. So, we opened up with Mario Maker. Mario Maker 2. Which was one of the things I had been hoping for. I did like the original Mario Maker. I admittedly did not get as much out of it as most people did. Like, I wish I had, like, I wish I had put, maybe more time into it. I wish I had played more, like, people's levels. Because those were the fun ones, let's be real. The ones, like, I don't even know if I ever played one of Ross's levels, which, it's funny. They're making the joke that, I guess Ross from Game Grumps said that, if they announce a Mario Maker 2, Aaron's going to hire him full-time for a month to just make, Mario Maker levels. That sounds amazing. I'm totally on board with that. I probably watched more Game Grumps play Mario Maker than I did actually play Mario Maker, which is... Trust me, I get the irony of that. I missed him completely. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot in... I'm surprised... So, instead of making, like, a new theme... So, because they've used all the 2D themes, more or less, the only 2D theme they haven't really used is, 2D, 2D is Super Mario Land, which is kind of weird. It's not weird, but I actually really want... I'm one of those people who actually kind of wants 3D Land, because I like 3D Land. 3D Land, it holds a nostalgic place in my heart. Like the Brental Floss song says, right? It may not be great, but hey, it brought Mario to the Game Boy. That's kind of my... That's why I'm interested in 3D World. In Super Mario World theme. It's never going to happen, but I'm interested in it nevertheless. But the actual theme we got was 3D Land. Which, I still expect them to reveal one more theme. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mario Odyssey. Like, if they make a theme that's based around capture targets. I think that would be really cool. Hey, our Planty Boys and whatnot are up to level 6. I might as well say the only amiibo I care about is the Planty Boy. Other than that, the only reason I'm using the other two is because of this video. Let's kick their ass a little bit more with Ridley. I know there's proper ways to train amiibo and whatnot. Like, I'm interested to see how people train the Ice Climbers amiibo to, like, split up. But that'll all come in due time. That's not my style. But so we got 3D Land, which has some interesting. It's got the cat suit and whatnot. That's neat. Other than that, we got. They showed off tons of new stuff. The big one was slopes, which they know their audience. They know what people want. They know that people wanted slopes, so of course that's how they opened up giving us slopes, which it's exactly what I wanted. And yeah, no, I'm totally on board with slopes. There was there's clear pipe. There's tons of stuff from 3D World. That's important to point out. Clear pipes. One of the ones the one that I feel like is okay. So there's what's it called? What the hell is it called? God, that Planty Boy's taken a lot of hits. Or well, I mean he's dead now, but shit, I actually died. The one, I like the blocks where you can decide like where they're gonna go. That's really neat. But the one I think I'm even more interested in is there's a, hey look, there's our boy Waluigi. The one I'm even more interested in is there's a block that turns things on and on, which in and of itself is, okay, that's neat. But what makes it important is if you can have mobs turn it on. Because if mobs can turn on those blocks, that allows for more basically computer code. You have now different like on and off states, so you can create, I don't know entirely, I don't think it's if-then scenarios, but you definitely have more freedom to do more things with the, you have more, like, so you can now have different states. And that's specific, and if you can get, like, a Goomba to hit it or whatever, like, if a Goomba steps on it, it activates, that changes everything. That allows for, like we've seen all these crazy things in Minecraft with Redstone. Like, so Seth Bling just made the Atari 2600 in Minecraft with Redstone. We've seen other crazy things like, calculators and computers and whatnot. If we get that, this on and off state might allow us to do not that level of stuff, but something pretty similar. It's a lot of potential. It's crazy. It's crazy what's possible. So for this next level, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and beat each character up as their character, just because why not? I'm excited for Mario Maker. It got June as a release date. I'm assuming it's going to come out like the same. So if E3's the 13th, it's going to come out on the, it's going to come out whatever that, like, Friday is of E3. That's just my guess. I could be wrong, but hey, we'll find out soon enough. I don't know if, I could totally see another Nintendo Direct happening, but at the same time, I don't expect one until E3. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a micro direct. Like that's maybe like, oh, we're gonna do a micro direct that focuses on a few things. Or if in May we get a Fire Emblem direct, that wouldn't surprise me either. But a full one in like April per se, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's just, I'm interested to see where it's going to go, especially I do expect Odyssey. The reason I do think we're going to get some sort of Nintendo Direct related thing is because I do think they're going to have an Odyssey theme, and we are probably going to find out about it by the time that comes out. Next up, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. My opinion of it has not changed since E3, or since the Game Awards. Yeah, it's neat Nintendo got it, but personally, whatever. It's not my style of game. It is interesting though. It's done by what? Team Ninja? Team Ninja, so they made the Warriors games, Fire Emblem Warriors is now half off at this point. I am seriously considering getting Fire Emblem Warriors. I mean, not in the imminent future, mind you, because I just don't have the money. Oh shit, they actually killed me. I'm not good with K. Rool. I don't know if I said that, but I do not like K. Rool. He's just not my style, man. Come on, get back over here. Nope. Shh. I could not remember the range for that. Oh, how did he steal that? Oh shit, give me that Maxim Tomato. No, give me that Maxim Tomato. You piece of garbage. I will destroy... Oh no, he's... Which challenge used the Galaga ship? Was it 8-bit? In, Spirits? The one that used the Galaga ship was one of the hardest Spirits to beat. At least I had the most trouble with it, because it had the Galaga ships, but it also had an assist trophy, and it was just the biggest bullshit. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I don't care about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 either way. It's just not my style. It's cool that Nintendo got the Avengers tie-in game. I was expecting an April release date. It got just a summer one. I would assume they'd get it out as soon as, like, Avengers Endgame was coming out. I guess not. Next up, Box Boy plus Box Girl got an April 27th release date. So, or April 26th, I mean. So, I played the original Box Boy on 3DS. I really enjoyed it. It's a pretty good puzzle game. The sequels I meant to play but never picked up. My hope was when I heard they were doing a Box Boy announcement, my hope was we were going to get all three in like a trilogy collection. That's sadly not what happened, but I mean, that sucks. I'm not too brokenhearted, I guess. The new one does seem interesting. 270 levels. That's not bad at all, really. Ditto. You know what? I've played Smash Bros. For a while. I have never actually seen Shovel Knight show up. I have never gotten the Shovel Knight assist trophy, which sucks, man. I love Shovel Knight, but I've never seen his assist trophy. Nope, I died. I suck as Ice Climbers. I used to like him during Brawl's days. I never played Melee, so... They've actually, tournament, I guess, I think Tennessee made a statement recently banning, wobbling. Great. I'm so in support of that, surprisingly. I have tons of... it's funny, all my problems with Melee aren't actually problems with Melee. It's more of like a community thing, or right, stuff like that. But yeah, Box Boy and Box Girl looks good. My hope is, so if you're in the amiibo collecting scene like I am, one of the rarest amiibo is the Box Boy amiibo, just because it never released in North America. Hopefully, this will finally be us getting the Box Boy amiibo. It might not be. I completely lost track of who I am. I think I died again. That's my hope. I mean, who knows? Who knows at this point? But hey, a man can dream. We can maybe finally get our Box Boy amiibo. I hope. I really do hope. That would be super cool to finally get that. I doubt it. We'll find out in the coming... I'm surprised if... The reason I don't think we will is because if we would, I would have assumed they would have announced it. But they didn't, so Yeah, my hopes aren't high, to say the least. Let's see. Next up, ooh, trying to open this back up. Shit. I have the entire list. Smash Ultimate, it's getting a 3.0 update. They didn't actually reveal anything about the update, which makes me think there is something more going on here. But what that is, I have no idea. It could be anything. Come on, accept my Rage Blaster. This will kill him in like one shot if I can get the hit off. Nope, shit. I am not good with Ice Climbers, holy crap. But yeah, so we got 3.0. There's definitely something major they're hiding. My guess is like online tournaments or something. Hey, it's that animation. I like that one. I like that grin as well. My guess is, yeah, it's a tournament thing. Do you have another chat? Nope. Not another chat. This is all I got. Yeah, no, I'm interested to see where this 3.0. I mean, it's going to be Joker, and we know it's going to be by April. My guess is it's much like I said with Piranha Plant, where I was expecting Piranha Plant to come out today to coincide with the Amiibo. I'm expecting this new thing to come out with the whatever it's called. I'm expecting oh, okay, I was wondering if you were replying to people on another preferred chat like Discord or something. No, all I'm doing, this is Splat Chat is it's usually a monthly show, but I mean, I just did one last week where I go over whatever news and whatnot's happening in the gaming industry over the past month. That's all it is. I like to, when the audience is here, I like to reply to them, get their feedback on it. And yeah, right now we're talking about the Nintendo Direct. Because there's been a lot of shit. But yeah, no, that's all it is, really. It's just a more, it's basically my equivalent of like a news podcast. But I play Smash Bros. And lose track of time half the time. Yeah, it's fun. Usually I do it in Splatoon, but every once in a while we come here to Smash Bros. Next up, we got Captain Toad Treasure Tracker DLC. You know, I played the original Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on Wii U. I liked it. It was fun. But I have no reason to buy the sequel. Or to buy the Wii U port. It's just, why would I when I have the original? Like, really, there is no reason to do that. With that being said, giving it DLC is actually pretty nice. It sucks that the DLC, it sucks that, I don't, if you check the comments on Twitter about the DLC, all everyone's doing is, umming and ahhing about how it's, I want to say how it's not coming to the Wii U, which I don't really care about, honestly. I totally get why they aren't porting it to the Wii U, even though I would love that. I totally get why they aren't doing it. But I think the DLC, 5 new levels and whatnot, it's not that much. But at the same time, it's only, I want to say $6. That's not too bad. So yeah. Yeah, it looks fine. The levels look interesting, so I'll give them credit for that. Not Castlevania, what's Bloodstained Ritual of the Moon is finally, we know it's finally coming out this year, hopefully. I mean, I feel like it was originally supposed to come out in like 2016, but it's now, coming out in, this year, hopefully. It looks good. The one that, did Intelligent Cube make it? the one retro, like, look at, like, the original that they did just middle of last year was actually pretty fun. It was a neat twist on Castlevania. I liked it. Will Blood Stain of the Ritual of the Moon live up to all the hype? Part of me doubts it. I mean, it sucks that, because for every good Kickstarter, and I'm already dead. They are kicking my ass. The Planty Boy's getting good. For every good Kickstarter, your Shovel Knights and your Hollow Knights, which we'll talk about Hollow Knight, there's all these bad Kickstarters that just suck. Look at your Mighty Number 9s, and I'd argue Yooka-Laylee. I'm hopefully optimistic. I'm disappointed we didn't get any, because there's that whole Konami, because fuck Konami, made a Castlevania collection and they didn't put it on the Switch. I was hoping we were going to get news of that. That just didn't happen. I hope that happens eventually. I want that Castlevania collection, man. I've never played Symphony of the Night. That would be a perfect place to do it. And I don't own a PS4, so what you gonna do? Ritual of the Moon, yeah, I'm excited. Dragon Quest Builders got a Dragon Quest Builders 2 of July 12th. I have heard nothing but great things about the original Dragon Quest Builders. Let's just play some random characters. The original Dragon Quest Builders was, I heard it was great. It was Minecraft with goals, which reminds me of Nom Nom Galaxy, which was basically just Terraria with goals. And I loved Nom Nom Galaxy, man. That game was so much fun. I'd love to see that get a Switch port. It never will. I hate this level. But yeah, so yeah, I'm I may pick up Dragon Quest Builders one day if it's ever cheap enough. You know how that goes sometimes. But yeah, it's cool that's getting released there. I'm glad they're localizing it everywhere, and it looks super charming. I might as well say early on, this Direct was full of JRPGs. And I do count Dragon Quest Builders as one. But Dragon Quest Builders is one of the few that I'm interested in because I like Minecraft, even if I'm not an RPG guy. Well, I did like one of the Dragon Quest games. I want to say 9? No, Crystal. God damn it, Crystal. Next up, the Switch port for Dragon Quest Echoes of an Elusive Age, Dragon Quest XI. The only Dragon Quest, I've talked about this many times before, the only Dragon Quest game I have ever played is 9. I really liked 9. I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's one of the very few. So I'm excited for, I'm interested in it. There are some things that I'm happy for. I think it looks fine. I know some people are bitching about the graphics. Personally, I think it looks fine. It's no Breath of the Wild, but for a third-party Switch game, there were definitely worse ones shown off at this Direct. I mean, God, there were. We'll get to them definitely. Yeah, I'm interested. They spend a lot of time on it, and I'll admit, talking about RPGs is hard, man. Like, it's hard to make an RPG sound interesting. And Dragon Quest XI was no exception. I mean, yes, Dragon Quest has its legacy, but next up, Disney Tsum Tsum Festival. I don't give a shit. It's a Disney game. Part of it looks like a mobile port. Who cares? Who seriously cares about it? Yeah. If I want a party game, I have Ultimate Chicken Horse. I'm disappointed they didn't have any new content for Super Mario Party. I don't own that game, but I know a lot of people want that. I might buy it if they do that. So, yeah. You know, I've been using a lot of, not this one, the sword. I actually use this. I'm one of those people who actually uses the sword fighter on occasions. The Mii's are interesting. I actually used a Mii in World of Light. This, if you're struggling to beat the boss in World of Light, because I hear that's the hardest fight in World of Light, my recommendation is use the Mii fighter and make your neutral this tornado. The tornado is super powerful, and it's cheap. Do not get me wrong, it is most certainly cheap, but it's super effective at beating the boss. Like, holy shit, I was surprised. But so yeah, Tsum Tsum, who cares? I know I was talking about I was talking about Mario Party. Yeah, that needs more content. There's so much great content that's getting in all of these games. You know, I watched Game Explains, I'll admit that. Is there a bias against them? I don't honestly know. But one of the things is, in their prediction, they were talking about Mario Kart 8 DLC. I don't want that, actually. I got a triple. Oh, baby, a triple. That's a reference right there, man. There are probably an entire group of people who don't even know what that is. That's sad. Where was I going? But yeah, they were talking about Mario Party DLC, or they were talking about Mario Kart DLC. We do not need Mario Kart DLC. I'm gonna say that we don't need Mario Kart DLC. We need Mario Kart 9. I also much rather have a I would also Mario Kart 9, or the other option I really like is come on, Planty boy, die. Oh my god, you still have a life left. Holy shit. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought that was it. The other one is Odyssey DLC. There are so many people who want Odyssey DLC, and I'm just gonna say it, it's never gonna happen. We are never getting Odyssey DLC. I do think we're getting an Odyssey 2, that'll probably be announced either this year or most likely next year. I do not think we're getting Odyssey DLC though. No, if it was going to happen, it would have been announced by this point. So that's just, nope, that is not a thing. There is no Odyssey DLC. Next up, Star Fox and Starlink Battle to Atlas again. I have been considering picking this up for 20 bucks. That's not a bad deal at all. Plus you get a neat Star Fox ship, which is interesting. I might. If it goes down, $5 may not seem like a lot, but it kind of is. I don't know, maybe I'll wait until March, definitely, because I don't think it's gonna sell out anytime soon. Yeah, more Star Fox DLC is cool. I know in the original, I think it took like an hour to do it all, but hey, having more is nice. Especially because that's a better Star Fox game than Star Fox Zero was. You know, I'm one of those people who was indifferent to Star Fox Zero, and even I'll admit, it was kind of shit, you know? Like, I wanted to like it, but there were some gameplay problems, like, it was less arcade than it should have been, but the other main one was that, the controls, man. The controls were just so insurmountable. Oh, shit. I wanted to like it, but there was just nothing there. Next up, so it's funny, they started showing Rune Factory, and I was like, I recognize this from somewheres, but where? It was Rune Factory, and they also now, so the Rune Factory 4, not really my style of game. I mean, I like Harvest Moon, but that's about it. Did the plant just get a full heal? I think the plant just got a full heal. That sucks, man. The plant is getting good. Yeah, Rune Factory 4, I guess that's cool for anybody who's interested. Like I said, there were a lot of RPGs shown off. I'm not an You know, I like the occasional RPG. I like myself some Pokemons. I did not care for most of the RPGs this time around, though. I walked into that. Yeah, Rune Factory 5. It's in development, so it's probably got another year or two. Next up, we got, Onikai? From the guys who did, I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. I've never heard anything about Lost Sphere. I definitely have heard a few things about I Am Setsuna, though. I've heard it's divisive for people, to say the least. Personally, I'm kinda hit or miss on it. I never really played it, but hey, I heard it was good. But then some people said it was bad, so it could go either way. Shit, I did not mean to do that. I suck at this game, man. There's a reason I quit playing competitive after a few months, because I am not good at all. I mean, yeah, the new one looks fine. It kind of has like a... Is it Stand? I've never seen... I think it's JoJo. My inclination is Persona, but it's made by the same company, so it could be good, it could be bad. It's a hit and miss thing. Next up, we got a demo for Yoshi's Crafted World, which I've been so busy with Colleague this week. I've only played 2 games. One of them was this demo for Yoshi's Crafted World. It was a fine demo. There was some neat things in it. It was kind of short. It looked pretty enough. It was a nice thing to have. I don't know if I'll be picking up Yoshi's Crafted World or not. I do want to. It seems like a good game, but I don't know if I have the money. You know? Like, because one of the things you'll notice about this Direct and what's going on right now with Nintendo is currently their spring lineup seems to be pretty barren. You have a game in March, a game in April, but there's really not much here. I mean, yes, the indie games will come to fill it in, but there's not much going. Nintendo does not have much going for it. I will fully admit that. But once we get into like June and July, it's clear. Like, and when I say that they don't have much going for it, I mean that's a game per month. They didn't have anything in February, but I mean we had Wargroove, so it's not that big of a deal. But then after that, like, there's no heavy hitters, is what I mean. We have Box Boy and Yoshi's Crafted World. That's not much. But then looking into it, in June we've got Mario Maker, and then in July, going on to our next thing, we have Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is a series I like, or at least I want to like Fire Emblem. I have played... I was never a fan of anything like that, and I'd never played a game before. I had never played a game before Awakening, so I know Fire Emblem fans, like, hate other... There's that old joke about, like, oh, the biggest enemy of a Fire Emblem fan is other Fire Emblem fans. Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. I will admit that. And to that end, I know Fire Emblem fans are split into 2 factions. Post-Awakening and Pre-Awakening. And I think each side hates each other, or at least Pre-Awakening fans hate Post-Awakening fans. I know that for a fact. I've been on the receiving end of that hatred. It's several a time. Especially people who hate... There's a entire thing of people who just despise Fates, I mean. I thought Fates was fine. I never beat it, but that's just because I don't beat games. My shield broke and I just murdered me. K-Rool went out fast. Holy crap. But I thought Fates was fine. It was... Yes, I never beat it, but what I played of it was fine. This new one, though, there are some... It feels like, on one hand, it's taking itself less seriously. I mean, you're the professor at a school this time. That's... It's a little harder to take seriously. But I don't mind that too much. Because that's kind of a neat way to take it. There are some things I know people are gonna hate. Like, how you make your protagonist this time around. Again, because I know people didn't like that in Awakening. In Fates, was that, yo, you made the protagonist. People want something more interesting than that. They want a pre-set out story. I don't blame them, don't get me wrong. I usually hate blank slate protagonists. But Fire Emblem at least gives your blank slate some type of character. I also saw people making jokes about, there's, like, when they're explaining the world of Three Houses, that one scene at the beginning where they're explaining, like, the 3 different countries had more detail than almost the entirety of Fates, which, that's kind of a dick move, really. Again, that's that whole anti-Fates culture I was talking about. Shit. Yeah, I saw that coming. But I think it looks fine. The teacher thing is a nice, interesting mechanic. Hopefully they're removing the kid mechanic, because that'd be kind of weird here. Yeah. But I am interested. However, I refuse to buy it. Just because I have not beaten... even though I liked Awakening and I like Fates, personally, I don't like RPGs. Even though I considered Fates turn-based strategy, which I also don't like turn-based strategy. But because I never beat them, I refuse to spend money on a new one. That's my personal thing. It also looks like we have the potential for 3 different stories, which is really interesting, and I wonder where that's going to go. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, no, I think Fire Emblem looks fine if you're interested, yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll get the Awakening people to shut the fuck up. The anti-Fates people, that's my Twitter thread. I see people constantly bitching about Fates. I'm so tired, man. I'm so just tired of it. But that got a July release date. I know people wanted it in spring, and it did look like it was going to be our spring game. Which, yeah, I know that sucks, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Again, I know we all quote the Miyamoto quote that, oh, a good game will be good forever, a delayed game can be good, but a rushed game is bad forever. Well, that is, and prior to, I'd argue the modern generation of gaming, because while yes, there were patches and whatnot in the Xbox age, or in the age of like the 360 and whatnot, it really came into its own in the modern day. But I don't, that quote's wrong, and I'm kind of because we always bring it up. I'm kind of growing tired of it, I'll admit. I'm kind of over it. We need especially because it's not in all cases true. I mean, look at No Man's Skies. I don't like No Man's Skies, but I've never played the update. But I have seen and heard some interesting things about it. So yeah. Next up, the only other game I played this week, Tetris 99. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. I get the appeal, totally. I love what's there. I watched Achievement Hunters get good for the Battle Royale. A lot of fun that was. It makes me actually want to play Fortnite. I'll admit that. I've been one of the defenders of Fortnite. I think, yes, even though it's popular with kids, it's a fine game. We need to stop giving it so much shit. And then especially all these Apex Legends fans who are like, I cannot wait for Apex Legends to kill Fortnite. They don't understand that all the kids who play Fortnite, if Apex Legends become popular, they're just going to move over to Apex Legends. They're going to leave Fortnite. Apex Legends will become the next Fortnite. They don't realize it. By saying, oh, Fortnite's stupid, let's all play Apex Legends, they're just turning Apex Legends into the next Fortnite, a game that they will hate, Which, I mean, Fortnite was already the next PlayerUnknown's Battleground, a game that people had already railed against. The internet, I fucking hate the internet. I say this constantly. It's way... Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I hate Ramblin's Mushroom. That is the worst item. Oh my god, that drives me insane. But I'm tired of people. I'm tired of this whole hating something just because it's popular with kids. It's driving me crazy. Ugh. But yeah. Tetris 99. When I say I don't get it, it's that I don't get the gameplay. Like there's some of them. There's no tutorial or anything. Also, at least I haven't seen any microtransactions. There's gotta be some somewhere. It's just because that's how dickhead publishers are, and I'm fine with that because it's a freemium game. So I know they're in there somewheres. I just don't know where. But yeah, overall, what I played is fun. I like Tetris. Like I said, I don't entirely get it. There's some things I need to play a little bit more of and figure out, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Next up, Dead by Daylight. There's 2 games on Switch that I think look terrible. Dead by Daylight is one of them. It has a fall release date. Hopefully they can polish it up in that time. What did I get this for? Oh, that image, man. I still have not gotten all the achievements or anything. As Cloud hit an opponent with a side special cross slam. Okay, yeah, I did that. Oh my god, they actually recreated. I know there are some like screwed up spirits. There's one from Metal Gear that's pretty screwed up. That's pretty bad though, using Zelda as Aerith. Ooh, I haven't seen that. But yeah, it looked horrible. I mean, I looked at something like SimCity, which I'm still considering buying. And while it had its problem, well, it doesn't look perfect. I meant Zero Suit. I still thought it looked okay, but Dead by Daylight looked like garbage on the Switch. I mean, yes, they still have a while before release date, so hopefully they'll find a way to polish it up. But right now, if you like that game, I feel bad for you, because this Switch port is not good. You know, Zero Suit, so I've been trying out a bunch of random characters, mostly ones I played in World of Light, because World of Light got me playing a bunch of different characters. I wanted to like Zero Suit Samus, I just couldn't do it, man. I used her a few times. I don't know if I beat a boss with her or not. I'd go to one area, beat a boss, and then move on to another area with another character. I don't know if I beat anything with, this one. The Zero Suit. But yeah, where was I with that? Shit, next up, we have, Deltarune. So I played the first, I downloaded Deltarune, played the first few minutes, and then just never played any farther into the game. I beat Undertale, I did a pacifist run. I've done the pacifist run anyways. I've never done a genocide run. I started it, I just couldn't beat it. It was too, I'll admit, I like hard games occasionally. Deltarune was too hard for me. The genocide run in Undertale. There's an entire, I did a highlight reel. It was, I want to say 5 hours of footage condensed down into 30 minutes. It drove me crazy. I couldn't beat it. I couldn't beat it, and it eventually broke me and I gave up. But yeah, that's my experience with Undertale. I like it. It was my favorite game of... You know, I did my Game of the Year list earlier this year, and I highlighted previous years. I know I didn't play Undertale until 2016 or whatever. Even though it came out in 2015, I'm just putting him as my 2015 Game of the Year. Screw it, I don't care anymore. It just makes everything easier, man. It just makes everything easier. But yeah, Deltarune, it's cool that, because I know Toby Fox said part of the problem with bringing Undertale to consoles was that the games were designed in a like game maker's studio or whatever that didn't support consoles, so he'd basically have to remake the game. So it's cool that for Deltarune he's basically future-proofing it, even if I think he said somewhere that he didn't know if he was actually going to be able to make a future part. Like, there were some problems with it. I don't know all the details, but it's interesting to see nevertheless. Next up, Daemon X Machina. It's a mech robot game, and even though I've been reviewing Genlock, which Genlock's good. Go check it out if you're interested in that kind of thing. I do not care for Daemon X Machina. It's just, I have no interest in it. They put out a demo. I did not play the demo, admittedly. I'm much like Octopath. It's probably something I'll download and then just never play the demo for. So, yeah. They're doing a bunch of support stuff, so hopefully the game won't get... It has a summer release date. Hopefully it won't... It's weird that they opened up E3 with it, and now they're kind of pushing it to the side. We'll see what happens. Next up, we got Racing Game Grid. I know nothing about that. Racing games aren't really my style. You know what comes out next week? Trials Fusion. Or Trials Rising, I mean. I like Trials Fusion. Something about me worries about Trials Rising, though, that they're gonna have like they're gonna like microtransaction it, or like over DLC it, or season pass it, or like, you know how Fortnite has the battle pass? I worry they're gonna do that to it, like what Rocket League did. Rocket League had no reason to get itself a battle pass or whatever the hell they're calling it. That's bullshit. There's no... If you're doing free-to-play, yeah, sure, you can get away with that stuff. But if you're not, there's no reason. I'm annoyed. I haven't played Rocket League in years, but it still annoys me. Well, speaking of played in years, I haven't played Rosaluma in years. When 4 came out, Rosaluma was my original main, but then I eventually just stopped being... Like, after about a year of the game being out, one day I picked it up, and I was no longer good at Rosaluma. I have not played her since, so... Basically, I'm a little bit rusty is what I'm trying to say. I like the idea of puppet characters. I liked how... Like, I don't... Like, I'm not great with Ice Climbers. Well, okay, I was fine with them at one point. But I like how Rosaluma does puppet. I'm mostly thinking of games like Blue Blaze. I don't even remember her name in Blue Blaze. She was a great puppet character. Just so much fun. But yeah, Grid, Autosport, I like Mario Kart, and I like Trials, but that's about it. I don't really care for most other... God, I'm getting destroyed. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. This is something that must have been in development for a while now. Kind of like that one game, Obsidian's making, because this is Ninja Theory, I think. The game that the studio that made Hellblade is owned by Microsoft. God, I got destroyed. Holy shit. So the studio that owns Hellblade is owned by Microsoft. So I wouldn't expect it to be coming to Switch. So this must have been something that's been in development for a while now. Which, that does explain a lot. That explains why we're getting it, here. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for this one, because I wanted to play Hellblade, but I just didn't have anything, like, my PC's not great for playing games. I mean, it does its job most of the time, but it can struggle. But hey, it looks good on Switch, and hopefully it'll run great. And it's cool, again, and much like Minecraft or the Outer Worlds for PS4, it's something that Microsoft is letting them do, which is cool. Microsoft, between the 3 first-party developers, I have the most problems with Microsoft. Their approach to, like, studios like this and third-party stuff is really neat. I give them credit for that. Mortal Kombat 11, I swear I've told my piece about Mortal Kombat. They released Jade's design. I don't really care for Jade's design. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Next up, puzzle platformer Unravel 2. I thought that was also Microsoft exclusive for some reason. I thought it was, because that was like a, oh hey, we're Shadow releasing it today kind of thing. But that's cool to see on the Switch, especially with the 2 Joy-Cons and the colors. That was something clearly a lot of people wanted. That's why they're bringing it to Switch. Yeah. But did I say I thought Mortal Kombat had been delayed to May, but it still has an April 23rd release date? That's weird. Let's just do Link. Oh god. Assassin's Creed 3. I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed. I admittedly lost track of the series after 4. And I bring that up because I think there is no reason to be bringing 3 to Switch. I mean, they may have remastered it recently for some reason. It honestly doesn't look that great on Switch. But I also don't really... 3 is... it might be the weakest game out of the original 5. 1 through 4... Or is it out of the original 6? Because I guess Brotherhood and Revelations... Yeah, I guess it's 6? Because there's 1 through... Okay, there's 1 through... There's 1, 2, and 3. Brotherhood, Revelations, Unity, and Syndicate. I'd argue... Unity might be the weakest? Syndicate isn't great, either. So maybe 3 is in second place? That's still not that good. So yeah, I don't know why they're... If they were putting Origins on, I'd completely see where they were coming from. That makes perfect sense in my mind. But to put Unity on there, or to put 3 on there, is definitely weird. Oh god, I thought the Piranha Plant was right there. I gotta pull up the list again. My thing went out. I don't know why I haven't thought about pausing it. Final Fantasy VII will be released in March. Hopefully, if it's cheap enough, that'll be for people who don't care about Yoshi and like RPGs. That'll be a nice substitute. Like I said, there were a lot of RPGs in this Direct. Like, I feel like I've talked about a bunch of them, but I've still probably missed some. There were tons of RPGs, tons of which I did not. I'm just not an RPG guy. What can I say? Did I not? I swear I got the timepiece. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII March, but they also shadow dropped Final Fantasy IX. I don't even know if I've ever seen gameplay of Final Fantasy IX. It is an enigma to me. I don't... And then, of course, they missed 8. But we also got Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, comes out March 20th. I liked one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons game, Rangers of Darkness, I think. I have not cared about a Mystery Dungeons game in a long time. And then lastly, they ended off with 2 big announcements. The first one is Astral Chain. Which, okay, but wait, before I do that, let's do something different. I want to, so we've trained up these amiibo. I think they're about the same. I think they're about the same level as my Dealy. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're about the same. So let's see who is the best. If you remember last time when we did Ridley, I kicked its ass. But these guys are consistently kicking mine, so let's see. But yeah, so the first one, so they go on, they start showing this game, and just looking at it, my first thought was, is this the new game by Monolith? Did Monolith create another new IP, or is this a new game in the Xenoblade, like, Xenoblade Chronicles X? Is this X2? Because X ended off on a cliffhanger. No spoilers. And that was my original thought. I'm like, oh my god, are we getting this? That's not what happened. My next thought, so as we started, so that's not what happened, and I realized early on that this isn't a new X game. I have screwed up this Ridley amiibo. My god, this thing is... Because it literally just fought me, it only knows how to counter me, whereas these amiibos at least got time to fight each other. This Ridley amiibo was never gonna win. Holy shit. But my next thought was, you know, this kind of looks like, Nier Automata. That was, I don't know, I've never seen Sin. A lot of people I saw on Twitter were comparing it to Sin and Punishment. I've never played Sin and Punishment, so I wouldn't know. Admittedly. But it kind of reminded me, I was getting a Nier Automata vibe. And then it's a new IP by Platinum Games, Astral Chain. Which, okay, it's a Platinum game. A lot of people seem to be really excited about this. I don't really care about it, honestly. It's just not my style. I mean, yeah, like, I thought Bayonetta 2 was fine. I didn't care for the first one, though. And I was right to think Platinum Games, or I was right to think Nier Automata, because one of the producers, because it's Yoko Taro and Takai? I think it's Takai is the guy's name. Something Takai. Those are the two people who made Nier Automata, and one of them is working on this game. Which, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just not my style. It looks okay, but I personally have no interest. I mean, knowing me, I might still pick it up. There is totally the potential. I mean, I bought Tokyo Mirage Sessions after all. God. I have a bad habit of buying games that I, in theory, like, but I never beat, because I'm just the worst. Yeah, God, the Ridley amiibo got destroyed. I would compare it to one of my original, from the first game, but the amiibos in the first game all got reset. They all got turned stupid. So, like, any of the good ones I had, I think I had a really good Sheik, if I remember correctly. They're all gone. And then to end off, the last announcement. At first, it started by showing water, and I was like, God, another RPG? I was so done with RPGs. And then we see the boat, and then we see Link, and I was like, oh shit, this is Link's Awakening. Holy crap. Because I knew, they had been talking about doing a 2D Zelda game, but my question was, what do they make it look like? Because, I mean, I thought Link Between Worlds and Triforce Heroes had a fine art style, but it was nothing that great. Let's be real, it wasn't really that. It was fine, but it wasn't anything amazing. So I was like, oh, how do you do it this time around? And they did the clever thing of they just did a completely new art style. It's very cartoony. It reminds me of like claymation, but it's definitely not. It's definitely animated. The closest thing, it reminds me of the Rankin Bass films, but it also, there's something it reminds me of that I just can't figure out. A game, definitely. I keep thinking of that Kirby game, the drawing one, Rainbow Curse on Wii U, but it's not that either. At least it looks way better than that. It's a great art style. I love Link's Awakening. Love may be a strong word in it. I've only ever played it once or twice. I think I've played it twice. Yeah, the Ridley amiibo is stupid. God, I ruined it. I ruined it. It's gonna go for that fake Smash Ball. Just you watch. Yeah, close enough. But this looks amazing. It's probably not coming out until November, let's be real here. But I am super excited. A Link's Awakening, I remember when people... I remember a few years ago now, I think it was, when people were talking about a remake of Link's Awakening, and I was like, people were talking about it, but there was no basis in reality for it. But I guess maybe there was. It gives me hope for a remake of either Oracle or even... I just played Minish Cap. I don't really need a remake of Minish Cap. Yeah, I don't really need that. Ridley, you idiot! You were the one I'm rooting for. Yeah, that's everything. It was, you know, as someone who doesn't like RPGs, it was a very hit and miss direct for me. If you like RPGs though, you are in for a great time. There is a lot of stuff to love here. The Switch really is an RPG lover's console. But because I don't care, yeah. There's still enough, between Mario Maker and Link's Awakening Remake and a few other things like Tetris and Yoshi, I thought it was a fine direct. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10 if I had to. It could have been worse, but it definitely could have been better. It was also very third-party based, which I found interesting. Yeah. That's everything on the direct side. On the news side, I think I have one or two things. We unboxed the Amiibo. We talked about what I was playing. We talked about the Nintendo Direct. Inside Gaming. So I watched Inside Gaming. I admittedly have no memories of watching Inside Gaming. I just don't. I'm doing best 2 out of 3 here, I might say. So whoever wins 2 games gets the victory. It's clearly not going to be Ridley, but I'm curious just to see that. I thought Ice Climbers was going to take it there for a minute. Yeah, this is how we're ending. I was expecting this to be a shorter stream. Yeah, we only played Smash for like an hour, and I talked about Amiibo for like half an hour, even though most likely all of that audio got cut, because fuck me. But yeah, so Inside Gaming, there's this... It's not like... So the guys who did Inside Gaming, they got kicked out of Machinima or whatever, and they went and started Funhouse at Rooster Teeth. And through this long, complicated thing, so Full Screen owns Rooster Teeth, Full Screen is owned by AT&T, and whatever company bought Machinima was bought by AT&T. So through this long, complicated chain of companies buying one another and monopolies, which telecom monopolies are some of the most evil... are the most evil monopolies out there. Okay, maybe second place to like oil. Okay, yeah, maybe second place to oil. They're but through this long complicated thing, now whoever owns the Inside Gaming brand is also now owned by AT&T, which also owns Rooster Teeth. So that's how Inside Gaming was able to come back. They're all now owned by one company, so Inside Gaming's back. And they replaced the No. For the longest time, the No was my source of gaming news. It did eventually... Recently, it has started to lose me, admittedly, just because I haven't been using it as much. Because they got a lot shorter, and I feel like the episodes were just covering less stuff. So I just stopped caring about Inside Gaming. Or, I mean, the No. It is... I did watch Inside Gaming back in the day, but I don't actually have that many memories of it. But it's cool to see them all back. I mean, I'm a mild fan of Funhouse. I prefer Rooster Teeth immediately. But it's cool to see them all back, and plus, I mean, I know some of the people from the No are still going to be there. And then, okay, so yesterday, we got news from the developers of... I was like, if Ridley wins this right here, it's by pure fucking luck in that bumper. It really is. It almost is that at this point. But if, Okay, where was I going? So, the developers of Hollow Knight revealed their new project, which is Hollow Knight... is it... God, I'm forgetting the name. Ugh. I didn't actually write this down. It is... Hollow Knight... Shit, what was it called? Holy crap, Ridley actually won. I have no faith in it, honestly. Team Cherry, Hollow Knight. Shoot me. Hollow Knight Silksong. I knew it had the word silk in it. So it's they're going the Yacht Club Games approach, the Shovel Knight approach, where instead of, oh, we're going to take the old campaign and just put, like, make a new playable character, we're just going to make a brand new campaign. Much like Shovel Knight, they had Shovel Knight, and then they basically made a brand new campaign for Spectre Torment. That's what they're doing here. Silksong, you play as, what's-her-face, from the actual, you fight her a few times in Hollow Knight. She's the one with the needle, and I'm horrible with names. And now you're playing as her. And it's a brand new campaign, brand new areas, as you make your way to the Kingdom's Edge. Is it the... I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. God. I don't think it is. It's the princess. That's probably a spoiler. So you're playing as her, and it's a brand new campaign. That's really cool. And if you supported Hollow Knight on Kickstarter, which I didn't even know it was a Kickstarter game, you get this Silksong for free. We didn't get a release date. We didn't get anything. Again, it's a 3-man team, but that's amazing. I hope they charge more. Honestly, I kind of hope they charge more money for it. Because if you're one of those people who believes in, like, a cost-to-game ratio, which I personally disagree with as a mentality, because I've gotten a lot of fun at games out of, like, Donut County or, what's another? Donut County or, Minute, that were $10, but they only lasted 2 hours, but they were pretty good 2 hours. My worry, but, right, and there are some games, like, I think I got Mini Metro for, I got Mini Metro for maybe $1? Probably probably $2 or $3. And I've put, like, a bunch of time into it. So so every once in a while there's these few exceptions of games you put a lot of time into. But Hollow Knight is maybe the most bang for your buck game that exists. It's $15 and you can get it on sale for like $10 every few months. And you can get dozens of hours out of it. They only charge $15 normally. It's insane. It's a must-buy game, no matter what platform you're on. It's such a good value. Either way, one of them wins this tournament. I'm rooting for you, Radley. Planty Boy won it. I expected you, Planty Boy. You did good. Yeah, no, I'm excited for Silksong. I hope it comes out this year, but hey, it's a 3-man team, and we know it's coming to at least Steam and Switch. Switch is a great system, man. It's got a lot of great stuff in it. Okay, we're gonna do one more battle, because we have the news that came out today, basically. Is this where we scan them all? They're almost all max level, wow. So the last news that just came out today was that at some point in 2019, Nintendo is looking into putting VR, doing something VR related. What that could be, who knows? I mean, the obvious answer is that it's literally strapping a Switch to your head which is a terrible idea. I mean, yeah, you can do... I mean, if they wanted to do, like, a simple, like a VR thing, like, where I put my phone into, like... I have one of those headsets where I put my, phone into the headset, and I just, and it just, like, plays the video. I have one of those. It works fine. I've used it to do, Back to the Future, actually. They did the Back to the Future ride from Universal Studios in VR. That was really neat. We're going to do one last battle, my main versus Planty Boy, who was the winner of the tournament. I'm going to lose this battle. Yeah, it's gotten good. Oh shit, I was facing the wrong way. Yeah, so that's the obvious inclination. I don't know if they're going to be able to make games out of it or what. But it's interesting, nevertheless, to see Nintendo at least, like, they're taking interest. Because Nintendo was really one of the first to do VR back with the Virtual Boy, even if it was a piece of shit. You know, I've always hoped they would put Virtual Boy games on Virtual Console. Give you an ability to turn it black and white. That would just from a historical aspect, that would be really neat. Yeah, the games are Actually, I bet the Wario game is good. Plus, it also had Nestor's Funky Bowling. Oh, yeah! Yes! I barely beat it. I still got it, boy! I suck at this game. God, do I suck. But yeah, that's where I think Nintendo's gonna go. I don't think they actually have the instruments to make actual, like, VR games. Especially, I don't think the Switch can handle it. I mean, PlayStation can barely handle it, even though I've never done it. VR will be cool technology. One day. That day is not today, though. I know I could do best 2 out of 3, but screw that. No, I'm good. I'm taking my one victory and calling it a day. Planty Boy's level 45, not bad. That will probably be the last time I ever use this amiibo. He will go back on the shelf, and maybe one day I'll rip off Archie Games and do an entire tournament. That could be fun. Because, I mean, I own them all. I might as well. But that'll be another day. That will be another day. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see where Nintendo takes it with VR. But yeah, that was Smash and Chat number 14, or just number 14 in the In-Chat series. Yeah, I know I talked about Amiibo for like half a fucking hour, and probably none of it got reported. That was interesting to do, though. Is it really that late? Oh my god, I'm tired, man. I've been up, because I had to go to the store to get these suckers early in the morning. I was up way earlier than I normally wake up. Holy shit. Next, so the reason I did Smash and Chat this week was because of the, because of these, well, the Amiibo, but more importantly, because of the Nintendo Direct. Next week, we will start Super Metroid. I literally have the SNES hooked up. Well, okay, it's not plugged in because I had to unplug it for the Switch because I only have one wall outlet. That's open. But next week, we will start Super Metroid. It's going to be a disaster, let's be honest. I refused. I'm not following a walkthrough. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we'll just kind of have to wing it. It's not going to be fun. But I'm excited to finally do Super Metroid. It's been a long time. It really has been. I totally muted my mic. Fuck me. Fuck me. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.